What's going on, YouTube? It's been a couple weeks. I've been busy at work, so I haven't really got to do a whole lot. And what I have been doing, I've been trying to hurry up and do, so I haven't been recording. But yeah, I got my whole mess of cultivators on, except this one's kind of disassembled right now. I've been working on that, and the pieces that connect this to this lift arm right here are actually out there being, well, they've already been painted, but they're drying right now. I wasn't gonna paint it until I got it used once, at least once, to make sure it works, but I just sat here looking at it and I just couldn't help myself. So, and we're done planning finally. I didn't get a video of the end because I was at work, because we finally had a window and we got it all done, so it was stressful enough to the end, but the last couple 100 acres wasn't bad. So the sweet corn's in the ground, so this thing needs to be ready to cultivate in the next, probably, I'd say first or the middle of next week, maybe. So yeah, I'm excited because I get to try it out. So I'll show you what I've got going on over there in the paint booth. What I've got over there right now is these connecting rods. They're like spring. I don't know what exactly they are, but they're like spring, and they're the things that lift it anyway. And I've got this thing over there on the other side. All that stuff on the other side is over there. But yeah, here's the actual rod, and this was actually very bent up, but I got it mostly straightened out, straightened enough that I'm happy with it. And then here's the spring that goes on it, and here's those arches that bolt together and go above the corn. Then there's the bolt for the stop. There's a stop, the two washers that go on either side of this on that main lift arm, and then I've got the other one over there taken apart. As for the plows, they're still sitting here. I haven't really done anything with them, or yeah, they've really just sat there. I'm missing the lift arm for it, so I'll have to track one of those down. But yeah, for right now they're just sitting there. So those arches bolt here and over there at that one, and I had this off. Of course, these things have been sitting outside for 50 plus years probably, so these nuts were very hard to get off, but I used a little PV blaster and was real gentle with them, so I haven't broke anything yet. I'm going to try to avoid that because I want to keep using these IH bolts as much as I can. I took this off and decided I wasn't going to paint it because I'd like to sandblast this piece. So I just chased the threads with the thread chasers and put little never sees on them, because it's a U-bolt back here that clamps on there. So I put little never sees on them, so when I paint this, it'll come off and get sandblasted. And because this is supposed to be blue and this is supposed to be red, and then I believe the shanks are black. So, but all this heavy iron right here is blue, I believe. And then that stuff up there is all red. I don't know what color the plant shields are supposed to be, but I'll probably just paint them blue because I really like the blue, the implement blue. And I just don't think there'll be quite enough blue on it anyway, so I'll probably end up painting those blue. The plant shields actually didn't come with the cultivator. I actually got those out of an old barn at the L&R Roosh Farm. They're on YouTube. Go check them out if you're not already. But yeah, I worked there during the year when I'm at school, so Larry let me bring these home for nothing, so I'd like to thank him, because you don't find those very often, because they got taken off and then never put back on, or never put with the cultivators. They got put on a shelf somewhere, which is actually that's actually where I found these, on the shelf somewhere. There's enough for a 4-row, so I'll have plenty, and some extras actually. Yeah, anyway, the other day I took the time to get the rear cultivators on. This piece right here has actually been remanufactured. That's not factory. It was actually way longer than it needed to be, so I had to cut that and drill it and shorten it up like 6 inches. So the rod that runs the lift mechanism actually kind of jived with the whole thing. The other side is the factory one, so I kind of just copied it. And we got the PTO shield straightened. I just bolted it on there and to like kind of let it finish stretching where it needed to be, and then I haven't messed with it since. It's been probably a month ago. So one of these days that'll come off and get painted and match the rest of the tractor. The belt pulley actually did get painted, but it didn't make it back on. I'm not exactly sure where it's at. But yeah, this one needs lengthened, so the stop needs to come up some, because the outside two are hitting the ground and the middle one's not. But that's soaking and penetrating all right now, because it is very tight and I don't want to break it, so I'm gonna let it sit and soak for a little bit before I try to tear it up. Probably get a little bit of hate for this, but we use Rust-Oleum primer because they're work tractors, and for what we do, it's perfect. And we used it on the 806, and I used it on that when I painted it, and I didn't use good red paint, but I used that good primer, and we love it. We have no complaints with it. It does what we want it to do. And I'll probably get some hate for this too, but I'm using the stuff from the dealer in a spray can. I have a quart of red 2150, but the spray gun is at the farm, not here, and I don't feel like going to get it, so I was going by the dealer anyway, so I stopped and got a couple cans. No big deal. Mention with the paint cans, I'm not painting all that much, so I really don't want to mix up a whole batch. And yeah, the blue I will have to go somewhere else to get, because the dealer, or I guess Case IH, does not make the blue paint anymore, so I'll have to go somewhere else for it. I do have the paint code for Sherwin-Williams, and we've got one of those in town, so I'll probably just go there and get a quart or something, because it won't take a whole lot of paint. But actually I'll probably get 2 quarts just because, but I won't need a gallon, so there's no point in me getting a gallon. But yeah, I don't know, I'd like to take some more stuff apart tonight, but I don't know what time it is, but I do have to work tomorrow. Today's Thursday, so this is probably going to be a multiple day video, but hopefully within the next week I'll have it back together and ready to use, which I'll probably take it out to the farm and then use it, and then because I want to take it to the fair, but that's not until the second week of July, so I've got plenty of time to work on it there. Of course, I very well might bring it back here too, but it doesn't. Yeah. If I've gotten, I believe, is on now. I put the wheel weights on, painted them. I put the clutch in. I didn't record that. I should have, now that I'm thinking about it, but I didn't. I put the factory battery box on it because the lift arm for the front cultivators didn't jive with the one that was on it, because it did hang off to the side. So I took that off my parts tractor and put it on there. Of course, I got all the cultivators put on. The PTO shield's on, but it's not painted yet. Yeah, I did the front wheel bearings. I guess I recorded that, didn't I? It's been so long now that I can't think of what I did and didn't do, but I've been so busy. I think all that I've got left from that order is the transmission gaskets and the PTO gaskets, but I'm gonna wait until later on to do those, because, well, that one's leaking, but it's not terrible. It's not hasn't gotten any worse, so it just needs addressed. But it'll probably be later this summer or even winter yet before I get that done, which is fine. It can wait. It's not like it's gonna run out. I check it every once in a while, so, and it doesn't leak that bad. Well, my pit and turning all didn't work, so we're gonna try this little torch. If that doesn't work, well, I guess it'll have to wait until I can get it to the farm and take the big torch to it. Well, let's see what you got here. Ooh! Nope, not yet. Well, I got it loose. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can take this all the way out while I've got it warm. And loosen it up a little bit, and then tighten it up. Kind of just rock it back and forth a little bit. Try to clean them threads out a little bit if you can. It's still plenty hot, so I don't really want to touch it, but I wish it would quit running away from me anyway. So we'll have that out here in a minute. Like I said, just kind of rock it back and forth a little bit to try to clean out the threads without rounding the square head off. That's why I've got to use the open end, because it's a square head. I can't put the box end on it because, well, it won't fit. And I don't have any 8-point sockets to fit on these square heads, so I'm stuck using the open end on the wrenches, which is fine. It's kind of I find it therapeutic to work on things with just plain wrenches sometimes. Now, I'll probably set that down somewhere and let it cool, and then do that tomorrow. Set it right there. I'll chase that side too. Chase them both, and then put some Never Sees on it, and hopefully it will be better. Man, that wrench is kind of warm. It got hotter than I thought it did. Well, it got dark on me, so I brought all my stuff in. All that stuff, I'm gonna let it sit overnight and cure before I try to put it together. I didn't get those painted yet, which is fine. I'm not too worried. I'll have to look when I get inside, but actually those might be blue anyway, so it doesn't matter. But still, yeah, I had to take the drawbar off to get the rear cultivators on, and I had to take that fender off because this lift arm hits it, which no big deal, but it's kind of an inconvenience. So I got all my stuff picked up for the night, I think. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, so I'll see you then. Well, it's the next day, and I stopped after work and got a gallon. I wanted 2 quarts, but they only had a gallon, so I got that. Yeah, so I forgot to grab the paint guns from the farm while I was on my way back today from work. So I'll have to go out there and get those sometime. But yeah, actually I need to put another coat of red on those parts I painted last night. Actually, I'll probably paint those, and then I might go get that gun. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Well, the rain that was forecasted to miss us has decided that it wants to hit us. So I did get all this stuff painted, so I brought it in. It's drying now, but I don't know I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, so I think I'm gonna go inside, and I think I'm gonna go eat with my parents tonight, since it's Friday night, and I haven't really been around them all week, so, even though I live here. So, yeah, I'll see you back when I know what I'm doing, or am doing something, I don't know. I'll see you whenever. Well, I'm not sure about that yet. I used one of these foam brushes just on these pieces right here, just to try it, because if I don't have to spray it, I don't really want to, but I'll let it dry and then look at it, but so far I'm not too happy with how it's looking. So it's Sunday, and it is, I don't even know, but it's hot. The humidity is probably close to 100%. Yeah, it's hot. It is. Yeah, it's Sunday. It's Sunday now. It's later in the day. So yeah, I'm just now getting back to this thing. I've been helping the neighbor for all morning. So yeah. I took those pieces inside to dry, because they aren't gonna dry out here. It's just too humid and hot. But so I took them inside in the air conditioning, and yeah, I'm gonna try to take a few more pieces off of this without breaking anything, and hopefully I can maybe get some of those primed. By that time, those other pieces should be dry, and I will see what I think. I could, I mean, it's not a huge deal if the brushing isn't going to work. It's just a little bit inconvenient, because then I've got a cotton flying around. Then I've got to, mix up all the paint it, Of course, I'm really not set up to spray here. So, it's just a whole nother headache that I'd rather not have to deal with. But if I do, I guess so be it. But we're gonna get a few more pieces off here. Hopefully I don't break anything. I thought this was kind of neat. I pulled the shank off of here. And I found some original blue. It's kind of been petrified in this clamp, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. You can't tell it on the camera, it looks black, but with my eyes it looks blue. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, I think this is going to be the end of this video. I'm going to cut it off here because this video is plenty long as it is. It's a couple days later. It's just been raining. But yeah, I haven't done anything since, so you haven't missed anything. But I got my manuals for this cultivator yesterday, I believe. Anyway, so I'm gonna thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you want. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.